Today we're playing in the Papa John's Trophy quarter-final. Yeah, Papa John's, the pizza company. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Addicks to Victory here. Two big games, Ipswich in that Papa John's Trophy quarter-final, and then Portsmouth in the league. As you can see from the table there, we've slipped a little bit. We're 4 points behind Portsmouth, who are top, only 1 point clear of Wednesday in third. Things, if I look at the schedule to show you how they've gone since the last episode, we left things off that Carabao Cup final against Leicester, and it's been up and down. We started 2-1 defeat to Wimbledon, Connor Washington with the goal. Connor Washington has done amazing. As you can see, this period of 5 games here, he got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals in those 5 games. Did great. Following up that defeat, we beat Gillingham 2-1. Washington with both of those. Ramirez with a red card. Did really well there. I thought it was 1-1 at the red card and we still managed to get the win, so I was happy with that. But then a 2-1 defeat to Wycombe, disappointing. Brandon Handon, former Charlton man, getting both those goals for Wycombe. Papa John's, obviously, we won that game because we're in the quarter-final. Beat Walsall 2-1. And then 1-1 against Crewe in the league, a 92nd minute equaliser. 1-0 win against Cheltenham in the league, 87th minute goal. And then a 1-1 draw against Fleetwood in the league as well. And as you might see from the goal scorers, some new names to talk about because we are late into January here today. Looking at the transfers, if I show you our transfer history, I'll talk about the outs first. Ben Perrington, Ryan Innes and Charlie Barker all leaving on permanent transfers, and youngster Mal Leeburn, James Jennings and Josh Shaveson going on loan. Those are the outs. Now let's talk about the ins. We're starting here with Calvin Bassey, 22 years old, Nigerian centre-back who can also play left-back, on loan from Rangers. And he is really good. I'm playing him in that wide centre-back role. On the left side, he's left-footed, which I don't know if it helps, but it seems to be going really well. 5 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 7.58 average rating. The man's been immense. He's done really well at that wide centre-back role. Really happy to bring him in on loan. And the first of 2 familiar names if you're watching my other series, Le Cobham Supremacy. Harvey Vale, on loan from Chelsea. We set up a affiliate link with Chelsea, as them as our parent club, obviously. And we brought in a couple players. First of all, Harvey Vale here, who can play that left wing-back role if needed. Also, we've been playing that 4-3-3 quite a bit recently as well, so he can play that left winger role as well. And yeah, he's a really good player. I've been playing him. He's been playing for Chelsea in my save, so obviously I have some faith in him. So I thought I'd bring him in. 5 games, 1 goal, 6.7 average rating. Not the best, but that 1 goal, was really happy for him to get that early on. And so it's good to have him at the club, I think. He's very versatile to have. And the other Chelsea name brought in, Brian Fiabema, the Norwegian 18-year-old. Very good stat-wise. More so on the right-hand side than the left, giving us another option there. And can play striker if needed. Jaden Stockley was injured for a bit, so I thought I'd bring in another striking option. Only the 1 here at start in the league and 1 off the bench. 6.75 average rating. He's done alright. He's a good player to have in the squad, in and around things. I'm very happy to bring him in. And then the big one. Yeah, like I said, Jaden Stockley was injured and I wanted another striking option, so I did sign Carlos Tevez. A free transfer, only $2,000 a week. A good option to have, I think, available. 15 finishing, 16 technique, 15 composure, 14 decision. He's lost his pace. Only 10 pace, 8 acceleration. He can't really jump or head the ball, and he's not tall, but it's an option I like having here. Carlos Tevez, shockingly. So I did bring him in. God knows how many games he's going to play. He's probably going to get very angry with me because I told him he'd be an important player, and I don't think that's going to happen. But still, Carlos Tevez at the club. And that is all the transfer ins and outs so far. We'll get into things against Ipswich here. Then afterwards, game against Portsmouth, and then we'll do deadline day as well, because we do still have some money to spend. All of those loans and free transfers, about 300k to spend, 10k in wage budget. We'll keep an eye on who's available. We'll see how things go, but let's get right into that Papa John's Trophy quarter-final here. And this is how we're going to be lining up today. Playing at 5 at the back, Dino Sameu on the right, Bassi on the left, Deji Elleraway in the middle, Matthews and Papaswari at wing-backs, Alex Gilby, DM, McEachran and Forster-Caskey in the middle, and then Carlos Tevez just behind Jaden Stockley there. So that is the team. Harvey Vale a bit tired. a cap on the lone players you can have in the squad with 5. So Brian Fiabema not making the squad today, going for Lecco instead, who can play that striker role if needed. But this is how we're lining up. Hopefully get the win here against Ipswich and keep things going in the Papa John's Trophy. Charlton with a corner here. It's going to be Carlos Tevez to take. Whips it in. Headed clear. Bassi picking up to force the Kaski to Bassi. Going to take it forward. Cross into the box. Stockley can't quite get there, but Dino Semeyu does. Eventually Ipswich managing to clear here though. Edwards countering quickly for Ipswich, running down that left hand side for him. What's he going to do? Cross into the box. Cleared by Deji Elleraway. Finds Stockley up top for Charlton here. What's Stockley going to do? Stockley out wide. That's not where you want him, but he's brought down by Cooper here. Charlton with a throw in here, deep in Ipswich territory. Forced to Kaski, back to Suarez, crossing the box. Bassi's header! Just over the bar, but Bassi doing very well. He gets in those spaces. He's very tall, he's very strong. He can get his head to it. He can win those aerial battles. It's another dangerous element of the game that's been added by bringing him in, I think. Ipswich should throw. Kane Vincent-Young finding Fraser. Kane Vincent-Young taking it forward for Ipswich here. Crossing the box. Headed clear. Only as far as Penny, though, whose shot is blocked and loops over the bar and out for an Ipswich Town corner. Edwards with the free kick for Ipswich. And Macaulay Bond, the former Charlton man, is there to poke home, but it's been disallowed for offside, thankfully. Ipswich so close to the opener there. Into added time here. I think that's going to be it for a very even first half. Both 5 shots. They have slightly more possession at 52, but it's pretty much 50-50. 0-0 at the break. I think we've been playing well. Adam Matthews very tired though in that right wing back role as well. A 6.5, not the best game. Just going to bring on Chris Gunter, most capped Welsh player of all time, into that role instead. Decent substitute to be able to make. Hopefully he can do well there. Maybe get some crosses into the box for Stockley. I'll just check, and we are floating those crosses in, thankfully, to the League One Lukaku. So hopefully that can work out well for us. Very early in the second half here. George McEachran going down hurt. He wants to come off. He's going to come off. Ramirez going to come on in that Mazzala role. How will the former UCL winner fare playing in the Papa John's Trophy tournament, I wonder? El Mazzuni with the free kick. And McGilvery with a big save to tip that over the bar. Putting out for the Ipswich corner, which Ipswich are going to swing in here. Edwards, ball in the box. Finds Burgers at the far post, but McGilvery making another big save to deny Ipswich a lead. Kane Vincent-Young throw in here for Ipswich. Gets it Evans back to Vincent-Young. Vincent-Young going to take the ball forward. What's he going to do here? He's running. He's looking for a man. He finds Edwards out on the left. Edwards back to Penny. Penny to Carroll. Carroll to Evans. Evans to El Mazzuni. Switching sides here. Finding Kane Vincent-Young on the right now to El Mazzuni. To Kane Vincent-Young again. Is he going to get the cross? And he does. He finds Bon. And McGilvery does very well to tip that behind here for Charlton. Out for the Ipswich corner, which Edwards is going to, which Carroll is going to swing in. Carroll, and it's cleared by Gilby. Finding Edwards though. Edwards going to take it forward. What's he going to do? He finds Carroll switching sides again. Ipswich now finding Evans to Vincent-Young. Back to Evans to Cooper. And the move eventually just coming to nothing there for Ipswich. Kane Vincent-Young with the throw in for Ipswich. Finding El Mazzuni. Back to Vincent-Young on that right hand side for Ipswich. But Suarez intercepting well, but he loses it immediately to Vincent-Young. Ball in the box. Joe Piggott, the former Charlton man, headers over the bar. Charlton sloppy there, especially Suarez on the left, just give it away so easily. Ipswich coming so close again to taking the lead. Charlton with the ball here though. Bassi finding Suarez to force the Kaski. Force the Kaski into Carlos Tevez. Through ball to Ramirez, whose shot is blocked, but the two big names of the team in Tevez and Ramirez linking up well there, coming close. Penny to Edwards, back to Penny here. Ball in the box, headed clear. Only as far as Carroll though. Ipswich still going. Shot blocked, finding Jaden Stockley eventually. Charlton trying to counter. Stockley not got the pace for it though. Counter coming to nothing. Charlton with the ball here though. Gunter to Gilby. Gunter crossing the box. Stockley can't quite get there. But Gilby picking up the loose ball, getting it back to Dylan Semeyu. Deji Elleraway to Gilby to Elleraway, finding Bassi. Bassi to Elleraway to Bassi. Charlton, and they find Ramirez in behind, whose shot is blocked. What a chance for Charlton there. Ramirez, a brilliant run. It's out for a Charlton corner, forced to Kaski to take. Jake Forster-Caskey gets the ball in the box and it's headed clear. And Ipswich countering here. Carroll running through. And what a tackle by Alex Gilby to deny him. Ipswich with a throw in here. El Mizuni to Harper. Harper crossing the box. Headed clear. Evans though. Joe Pigott. What a tackle. And we're in to stoppage time here. 4 minutes of added time to be played. Ipswich, statistically, more shots. About 50-50 possession. They had slightly more. About the same XG though. So they might have more shots, but the quality of them maybe not the best. But this match has gone to penalties now. Oh boy. Oh, let's just sort out this order. And this is the order we're going with. Sameu, Forster-Caskey, Ramirez, Gunter, Tevez. And then Stockley, Soare, Gilby, Elleraway, Bassi and McGilvery if needed. But still, Tevez and Ramirez are very good at penalties. Hopefully, they'll score theirs. Tevez in that crucial fifth role, potentially. Let's get into the shootout here. Dylan Sameu to take first. And he tucks it away. The Southampton centre-half on loan. I'll just see if my setup can handle behind the goal cam. And it can just about. Joe Pigott tucks it away for Ipswich. And it's 1-1 here. And now Jake Forster-Caskey going to step up. Forster-Caskey from the spot. Buries it. 2-1 to the Addicks here. And now Harper to take for Ipswich. And it hits the post and bounces in. Oh, so close. But it's 2-2. And that's going to be the Champions League winning centre mid. Ramirez stepping up. And it's saved by Hideki. Oh, things very, very quickly went wrong there. It's 2-2. The missed penalty. Penny to give Ipswich the lead. And he does. 3-2 to Ipswich. It is out of our hands. We have to score. Chris Gunter, Wales' most capped player, steps up here from the spot. And he tucks it away. It's 3-3. But Ipswich a chance again to take the lead. Carroll to take for them. It's Carroll against McGilvery. And it's saved by McGilvery. What a save. Carroll going down the middle. McGilvery making that big save though. It's 3-3. The game is all square and it's Carlos Tevez to take the fifth penalty for Charlton here. Carlos Tevez tucks it away comfortably. 4-3. And now the pressure is all on Ipswich. Ipswich have to score here. Evans versus McGilvery. The crucial penalty. If he misses, if it's saved, we are into the semi-final. If he scores, we are into sudden death well and truly. Evans puts it in 4-4. And now we're into people who weren't here for the first five. Jaden Stockley had a bad game today. I would have subbed him if I could, but he scores the penalty. The League One Lukaku from the spot, making it 5-4 here. And now Ipswich have to score again. It's El Mizuni. He caused a lot of problems for us down that right-hand side during the game. But now, from the spot, how will he get on? El Mizuni for Ipswich. And he tucks it away. And it's 5-5 here. Papa Soare, the left back, stepping up for Charlton. And it's saved by Hideki. And it's disappointment as Kane Vincent-Young steps up knowing if he scores, Ipswich are into the semi-final and Charlton are out. Kane Vincent-Young from the spots scores. And that's it. Ipswich 6, Charlton 5. It's disappointment. It's sadness. It's elimination for Charlton here. As you can see, our defence did really, really well. Soare, Gilby, Gunter, Sameu, Bassi, McGilvery all in the green. Sameu picking up man of the match. But it's just disappointment at the end of the day as we're knocked out the pizza trophy. I mean, on the positive, it's less games to play. You know, we have such a busy schedule. I'll just try and look at that positive. We can focus entirely on the league, entirely on going for promotion, but that is some penalty shootout disappointment. Penalty shootout lottery. We beat Fulham, but we have lost to Ipswich. And George McEachran is injured, only for 2 to 3 days though, so that's some good news. But yeah, that's it for the Papa John's Trophy. Hopefully, better luck next up in the league in that crucial clash with top of the table Portsmouth. Really need a win there to kind of cement ourselves as the favourites to get one of these top 2 places. But let's get right into that big game there. And we're here for the game against Portsmouth. Team-wise, a couple of changes. Akinfanwo playing in that centre-back role instead of Deji Elleraway, as well as Ramirez starting instead of George McEachran. George McEachran not injured per se, but, you know, match fitness-wise, I'd rather not start him. Bring him on later in the game, probably. But yeah, this is how we're setting up. Playing a bit more cautious against Portsmouth. Hopefully, get a result here. We really need to if we want that automatic promotion place. So hopefully, we'll be able to get something at the very least. Lavelle, free kick for Charlton. Short to Matthews. Back to Lavelle. Ramirez on the ball now. Gets it out to Matthews. Back to Lavelle. That triangle passing amongst themselves. Lavelle back to Gilby now. Making a square to Ramirez. To Lavelle. Over the top. Can't find Stockley. Giving the ball away to Portsmouth. Hamilton taking it forward. Finding Freeman. Back to Hamilton. To Morrill. Over the top. Finding Freeman. Cross in. And Harrison heads home. 1-0 Portsmouth. Disappointing for Charlton. Just giving the ball away there. And Portsmouth getting the opener. Bazuna, goal kick for Portsmouth. Pumps it downfield. Suare gets it to Stockley. To Bassi. To Suare. Suare to Bassi. To Sforstakaski. Stockley. Tevez. Through ball to Ramirez, who tucks it away. Portsmouth 1, Charlton 1. Right back in it. And it's the two big names linking up. Tevez, a beautiful through ball to Ramirez. Running through in that Mazzala role. And tucking it into the bottom corner. 1-1. Brilliant from Charlton there to equalise. Changing from cautious to balanced. Went a bit more forward. And we got the equaliser very quickly there. 3 minutes after. Really happy with that. Charlton right back into things here. Late chance for Charlton at a time perhaps. Tevez. Free kick into the box. And referee is saying it's a penalty, I think, here. Carlos Tevez to step up. He scored in the penalty shootout. And he scores here. Stoppage time. Portsmouth 1, Charlton 2. Carlos Tevez. First goal for Charlton. He got the assist for Ramirez. He's got the goal here to make it 2-1 in added time. What an end to the first half here for Charlton. Coming from behind. Now ahead against Portsmouth. Carlos Tevez having the game of his life here. Sforstakaski, very tired. So going to make a change. Ramirez in the box-to-box role. And then George McEachran wasn't fit enough to start, but fit enough, I think, to come off the bench here into that Mazzala role he's played so well in this season. And hopefully, we'll be able to see the rest of this game out and pick up a crucial 3 points in our quest for automatic promotion. Freeman throw in for Portsmouth here to Harness. Harness goes past his man down that right-hand side for Portsmouth. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton to Morrill. Crossing the box. Headed away by Lavelle, though. Only as far as Brown, though. Picked up for Portsmouth. Cross back in. Finding Hamilton. Gets the ball in. And Harrison is there to head home. 60-minute mark. 2-2 here now. Going to make some changes. Tevez, such a good game. But so tired. So we're going to bring on Jayasimi into that cam role. Going to make him from a shadow striker to an attacking midfielder where he's more comfortable. Stockley, tired and not having the best game. Connor Washington, like I said in the intro, was on really good form. So we're going to bring him on a bit more pace perhaps against that Portsmouth defence. But at the same time, you can't really float crosses into him, so I'll change that. And then I'll just check the opposition instructions as well. Because it doesn't feel like we're marking Harrison that much. I tell Jackson to handle this because who has the time to do that every game. But just put some more pressure onto Harrison. And hopefully see this game through. Time ticking away. And that is going to be it. Portsmouth 2, Charlton 2. Stat-wise, we were the better team. 13 shots to their 9, 8 on target to their 4, 2.25 XG to their 1, 55% possession to their 45. But the draw here, they had the lead. We pulled it back. They got the equaliser. Carlos Tevez, man of the match. What a performance from him. A goal and an assist from our new signing. I thought you did really well today, Carlos. But it's only a point. A point I will take here against top of the league, Portsmouth. I felt like we could have got the 3. But a point to point in what is a very, very tough game in our season. Especially coming only 4 days after that quarter-final. Looking at the table, as you can see, 4 points off Portsmouth, 1 point clear of Wednesday in third, 2 points clear of Wigan in fourth, only 6 points clear of Ipswich in seventh. It is so tight at the top, and so we can't really afford to lose any more points this season going forward if we want one of these top 2 places or even one of these top 6 places. But that is it for the 2 games today. Both draws in normal time. The penalty shootout defeats Ipswich, disappointing out of the Papa Johns, but focusing on the league now, important I think in this last stage of the season. So not all bad. But now that's it for the games. We'll see out any transfer business. I'll let you know about that, and then we'll do deadline day to conclude this episode here. And the transfer deadline has passed on a very quiet transfer deadline day. As you might be able to see, we came close to one transfer, Elijah Adebayo. Really good looking striker. He fits that Jaden Stockley mould that we don't really have other than Jaden Stockley. I thought he would have been a really good option to have as like a second choice to Stockley in that role, but he handed in a transfer request with like 45 minutes to go, and we put the bid in immediately. We talked to him immediately when we could, and if he just did it like an hour earlier, he'd be a Charlton player, but he didn't, so he's still at Luton. Maybe we'll look at him again in the summer. But that was it on deadline day. There was no ins, no outs. A very, very quiet day, really, to conclude this episode. Overall, would have liked to advance in the Papa Johns, but still, like I said earlier, focus on the league. A lot of games to play. Probably come back end of February for that game against Sheffield Wednesday, and then do the game against Sunderland as well. 2 big games against 2 big teams in our hunt for promotion. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Not the best results-wise, but still, if you have, then do please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content and more updates on this series. And thank you for watching.